everybody. It's your favorite hood healer. It's your favorite hood high priestess. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie captain goddess king in the place to be, LadySpeech, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. Guess what, you guys? Guess what? It is officially September 22nd, 2021. And you know what this means. It means that, number one, it's the very first day of Libra season. And number two, it is autumn equinox. So I'm coming at you today, live, large, and in charge to give you an equinox reading, a Libra season reading. Now, this is special for me because I'm a Libra. I'm a Libra. Your favorite auntie captain goddess speech is a whole entire Libra, and I plan on celebrating this entire month. So let's get into it. We're going to start this equinox season. We're going to start this, excuse me. We're going to start this Libra season off right. And that means you're going to get a reading from me now. Let's get into it. Tonight we are going to be using the Lunasomania deck. The Lunasomania deck. We are going to be using the Music Oracle deck. We're going to be using the Goddess Oracle deck. And we're going to be using the Message from the Animal Guides deck. Now, this reading is not like my Sunday readings, but it's similar. So I will not be employing the affirmation box today. However, I do have a rock friend to share with you and a whole divination blessing to share with you. So good day, good evening, good morning, good whenever you happen to encounter this. It is good seeing all of you. Welcome to Libra season, and welcome to autumn. Welcome to the dark months, the months when we go inward, the months when we hibernate, the months when we get into ourselves. And Libra season starts this. So hello to all you wonderful and beautiful people. Let me check in with some of the comments real quick. Let's see. She says, yes, it is good to see you here, baby. Someone said, hey, infinite juju, one day at a time. That's right, baby. One day, one moment, 1 second, one breath at a time, my love. One breath at a time, my love. I see a lot of butterflies in the building. Salem Black put some butterflies in the building. The Spice Kitchen, excuse me, and Rachel put some butterflies in the building. So, if you are new here, go ahead and put a caterpillar, Go ahead and put a caterpillar to let me know that you've only seen this video or 1 or 2 videos of mine. But if you are an OG here, put an fairy or a butterfly in the comments to let me know that you're not new to this. You're true to this. Hello, you good people. Well, we've got some folks entering to the chat, and I appreciate you. Before we move on, I want to say this. In the last week, I have reached 5,000 followers on this here YouTube page. So all I have to say to that is thank you. I stepped away from social media for 3 days, and I came back to find 5,000 followers on YouTube, 9,000 followers on my Instagram, and 200,000 followers on my TikTok. So thank you. This means a lot to me, especially because roundabout this time last year, I underwent a very strategic and pointed attack. I was deplatformed, and I was targeted and attacked, and so many things were taken away from me. So it feels good to be on this side of things a year after that attack. Thank you to each and every one of you who have contributed to that. All right, let's get it in. Let's get it in. Now, if you join me on my Sunday readings, you will know that I have crystals, I have cards, and I have an affirmation box. This is not a Sunday reading. This is an Equinox reading. So I will not have an affirmation box. And I do not have as many crystals as I usually have. But what I do have is one crystal that is here to attend to us and help us. I do have these cards to offer us up a divination. And I do have my energy, which is always magic. So let's get into it. I invite you to tuck me into a corner, put your earbuds in. We're going to have us a little bit of a reading. So do what you have to do. Go take a bath, run your bath, clean your house, get ready for bed. Do what you need to do. Tuck me in the corner and listen with your spirit. Listen with your spirit. Oh my goodness, oh my Lord, oh my God. Let me introduce you to the cards that we're going to use for this divination. First and foremost, we have the Lunasomania deck. Did I introduce these cards to you already? I think I did. But I'm not too sure, so I'm going to do it again. Just in case I didn't cover it. So we have the Lunasomania deck. We have the Music Oracle deck. We have the Goddess Oracle deck. And we also have the Message from our Animal Guides deck. As far as the crystals we have today, we are working with Golden Healer Quartz. And this is the crystal that came to me in regards to the season that we are entering into. Golden Healer Quartz is a good crystal and a good quartz for healing. And this crystal is all about our physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental healing. So the energy that this quartz is bringing to us during and for this next few months of our lives is focus on your healing. If you don't take anything from this reading, take this. Nobody is okay, including you. And we all need a little bit of assistance, including you. And we all need to heal a part of ourselves, be it the emotional body, the physical body, the mental body, or the spiritual body. Healing happens on all four of those bodies, and we need to be healing ourselves continuously. You are sustaining and taking in damage on one or all four of those bodies at any given time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's a part of you that is taking abuse. There's a part of you that is sustaining blows. There's a part of you that is dealing with the BS of life. So healing needs to be all of our priority so that we can attend to each and every part of our bodies and act accordingly. All right. Let's get into this reading. We're going to begin with the Lunasomania deck. And we begin with the Three of the Suit of Wands. I'm like a bird. I want to fly away. So much death present. So many cycles are ending. So much of our existence is going away. And this is making a way for new life. The Three of Wands in regards to the The Lunasomania deck points us in new directions. It is time for you to spread your wings. It is time for us to spread our wings. It is time for you to be more than what you have ever defined yourself to be. It is time for you to come into your greatness. It is time for you to step into your power. It is time for you to expand your wings. Expand. Here's the thing. So many of us, so many of you have been flying around this grand world like this. You thought your wingspan was like this. You thought it was like this, but really your wingspan is like this. You thought it was 3 feet, but it's literally 6 feet. Lunasomania, the Three of Wands, reminds us that we are great. We are magnificent. We contain multitudes, and it's time for us to step into that. Spread your wings. Stop doubting yourself. Let the things that need to die, die. Quit trying to go back and capture an old life that cannot be captured. Stop it. Stop. Celebrate the life that you had before. Celebrate it. Give it applause. Clap for it. Let your old self know that you then were wonderful. And then stop living there. Release that. Release it. Celebrate yourself. Love yourself. Integrate yourself. And then release yourself. So that you can prep yourself for a future, for a very bright and beautiful and amazing future that is ahead of you. It is time to push past your boundaries. It is time to push past your limits. It is time to open up to your greatness. It is time for you to expand and grow. So, expand and grow. According to whatever that means to and for you. Expand and grow. We have the Two of the Wands. We just came from the Two of Wands. The Three of Wands. My bad. We have the Two of Swords. When we take a look at this, it's two swords. The crossroads. The Two of Swords indicates that there are decisions to be made. Spirit literally told you it's time to expand your wings. You need to decide to do that though. Creator, Goddess, God has a path already laid out for you that ensures your goodness, that guarantees your healing, that guarantees your upliftment. However, life is about free will. You're going to need to make a decision. Do you want a good life? Do you want a difficult life? Do you want whatever it is that you want? You're going to have to make some decisions. In the next couple of weeks, in the next season, you're going to have to make some concrete decisions about relationships. Whether or not you fight for relationships that matter to you. Whether or not you make decisions and move into a situation that betters you. You're going to have to make some decisions. Now, some of you are going to need to choose whether to take care of yourself in the now or take care of your people in the now. And the right answer lies in research. There are some decisions to be made. In order to make the right decisions, you're going to need to apply prayer. You're going to need to listen to your instincts. You're going to need to trust your spiritual team when you are given the right and correct answer. You've got some decisions to make. And these are the type of decisions that are precarious. These next 4, 5, 6, or 7 decisions that you're going to make are going to dictate and plan the trajectory for the next 10 years of your life. So apply seriousness, apply thoughtfulness, mindfulness, and spirituality, prayer, and meditation so that you can make the right decision for you. But a crossroads is coming to you. You are coming to a crossroads. It is time to make the decision. And your mama's not going to make this decision for you. Your daddy is not going to make the decision for you. Your parents, your kids, your partner is not going to make this decision for you. You must make this decision. So choose wisely. Choose wisely. All right, that is the Lunasomania deck. And let us move on to the Music Oracle deck. The Cash App is LadySpeech. My Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. Always feel free and empowered to show your financial appreciation. Let's continue. We're moving on to the Goddess Oracle deck. Excuse me. Yeah, the Goddess Oracle deck. I named another deck before, but we're going to do the Goddess Oracle deck because that's what the fuck I named now. Okay? Okay. Goddess Oracle deck. The card that we have up is Bast. Listen, honey. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen. Linda, listen. The world is in shambles right now. A lot of parts of the world are falling apart. It's really important that you pay attention to that. It's really important that you don't participate in toxic positivity culture. Black people in America are still being hunted. Native indigenous women in all of the Americas, from South America, North America, Central America, are being exterminated. Syria is still in shambles. The cartels are running amok in certain parts of Mexico. They are drilling through indigenous lands, breaking treaties in America and Canada. The earth is most definitely in shambles. The earth is most definitely in shambles. It is falling down around us. It is so important for us to remember play. It is so important to us to remember that there is medicine in play. Whether you are, no matter where you are, whether you are healing, whether you are not, whether you are an abuser, whether you are not, whether you are part of the problem or whether you are not, a big aspect of the medicine is play. Now, adults play in regards to vices. We smoke our weed, we drink our drinks, we do our things. But we must remember that innocent play that indulges our most intimate self, play that engages our little person, our tiny being, is medicine. Bass reminds us of the beauty of play. Bass reminds us of the medicine of play. Bass reminds us that play allows us to establish harmony and hierarchy within our social circles. But play also heals us. Play is therapy. Play is so many things. Listen, this world is harsh right now. It's falling down around us. It's falling down around us because there is a new earth being built. Things are heavy right now. Pay attention to the heaviness. Address the heaviness. Don't act like the heaviness doesn't exist. However, play. Make sure you're using play as medicine, not as escapism. Make sure you're using play as medicine, not as vice. Make sure you're using play as a way to heal, as a way to connect with your inner child, as a way to repair what has been broken. Bass comes in a reading when she acknowledges that things are rough right now. She doesn't want you to deny the roughness that exists in the world. She simply wants you to acknowledge that for every tear, there is a smile. For every death, there is a birth. For every fucked up thing, there is a reason to smile. There is a reason to celebrate. There is life to be lived. We have Ichel. Ichel in this carnation is the goddess of creativity. And Ichel reminds us to write the poems, paint the paintings, dance the dances, sculpt the sculptures, organize the space, cook the food. Do everything that you need to do to lean into creativity. And as you are leaning into creativity, make sure you put your heart in it, your mind, your anger, your soul, your body, your angst, your happiness, your distress, your trauma, your goodness, your greatness, your everything into it. Let me remind you, in this country, and I'm talking about America, slavery was amended, not ended. Slavery was amended, it never ended. When you look at the constitutional definition of slavery, slavery was amended 150 years ago. It didn't end. There was no slavery for the, there was no, not slavery, but there was no therapy for the formerly enslaved, which means my formerly enslaved ancestors escaped slavery, walked out of slavery, and there was no help for them. There was no therapy for them. Now put a pin in what I just said and put a pin in what I'm about to say. There are a few art forms that are considered American. A lot of those art forms have to do with music. American music that was exclusively created in America is jazz, blues, rock and roll, and country, and hip hop. Jazz, invented by black people. Soul music, invented by black people. Rock and roll, invented by black people. Hip hop, invented by black people. We invented this at the same time of us coming out of slavery. We turn to our art to heal. Blues. Blues music is literally the art of singing melancholy verses, melancholy music, and there is a tone that the music is sung and played to. We didn't have therapy, so we created blues. We didn't have therapy, so we created hip hop. We didn't have therapy, so we wrote into poems. We didn't have therapy, so we created art. We didn't have therapy, so we created country music. We didn't have therapy, so we created rock and roll music. I say all this to say art saves lives. Repeat after me. Art saves lives. Repeat after me. Art saves lives. Say it again. Art saves lives. There are some of us who are going to be creative, and this creativity is going to make us money. It's going to be something that we give out to hundreds of people, thousands of people, millions of people. Some of us are here to create art simply to keep ourselves on this planet, to keep ourselves alive, to keep ourselves here. Some of us create art for other people to see and to bask in and to be inspired by. Some of us create art that no one else is going to see. The art was to keep us here. The art that we made was to keep us alive. The whole point and the message of each hell is to create your way through the darkness, baby. We are living through the darkest times right now. So create, make art, make beauty, wage beauty. The same way as these people are waging war, wage beauty. There are people who are waging war on your world. They are waging war on your environment. They are waging war on your culture. They are waging war on your gender. They are waging war on your sexuality. And you know what you must do? You must wage beauty. You must wage art. Create in the face of their destruction. They are coming to destroy you. Create. Make things. Plant flowers and trees. Make art. Plant creativity in the minds of young people. Paint your way out of the darkness. Paint your way out of the darkness. Speak your way out of the darkness. Write your way out of the darkness. Create your way into the light. Art saves lives. Write the poems. Make the food. Decorate the rooms. Make the art in your expression with the way you dress through clothes. However the muse decides to use you, obey, obey, obey. And pour your entire self into the art. Pour your entire self into creation. And watch it create you when you do this. When you pour your whole entire self into the earth, into the creation, watch yourself get lost and then found again in the art and in the creation. Let's move on to the message from our... Actually, we're not going to do the message from our Animal Guides deck. We're going to do what we're going to do before the Goddess Oracle deck, which is the Music Oracle deck. First and foremost, we have the Josephine Mitchell card. 3 messages. I'll read them off and then interpret them for you. First message. Learn to write in your own blood. Second message. Some things need confessing, others are better left unsaid. And third message. Never lose sight of the miraculous. Miraculous. Let's work backwards. Never lose sight of the miraculous. Listen. Don't stop believing in miracles. The miraculous doesn't happen often, but the miraculous does happen. Don't stop believing in miracles. Don't stop believing in second, third, fifth, or last chances. Yeah. Sometimes these things are going to work. They're not going to work. And sometimes these things are going to work. Don't stop believing in miracles. Don't stop believing in the impossible. Don't stop. Don't stop. Some things need confessing. Tell the truth, always. To remember that truth is like medicine. All truth is good for you. All medicine is good for you. Not all truth tastes good. Not all truth, not all medicine tastes good. But all truth is good for you. And all truth and all medicine and good medicine is good for you. Some things need confessing, others are better left unsaid. Speak your truth, even when it hurts. And there are some times when you don't need to hurt anyone with the brutality and the reality of the situation. I'm not advocating for lying. The second half of this statement, as interpreted by me, and as the message I'm getting from Spirit and Universe is, you know when to shut the fuck up. You know when there are things that don't need to be spoken. You know. So when you are told that things don't need to be spoken, shut the fuck up. When you are told by Spirit, by your intuition, that you need to keep that quiet and low, keep it quiet and low. Never keep any quiet and low information that will harm someone's life. Never keep quiet and low information that will help someone continue to be harmed. And after that, use your common sense and your discretion. Learn to write in your own blood. Create from your experience. Speak from your experience. Don't fabricate stories or speak from other people's experience or what you think you would be in their shoes. No. No. Speak to your truth. Speak from your experience. Speak from the blood in your veins and not from anybody else's. And not from anybody else's. We have Ludwig von Beethoven. 3 messages. First message is, a wrong note is insignificant. Playing without passion is inexcusable. Second message, listen. Destiny is knocking at your door. Third message, conduct a symphony in silence. Let's break it down. First message, a wrong note is insignificant. Playing without passion is inexcusable. When it comes to your talents, your passions, the most valuable thing about both of your talents, your passions, your God-given path and purpose on this earth is for you to play full out. Spirit didn't put you on this planet to play your dreams, your goals, your desires, your talents from a mediocre perspective. Play the fuck full out. And know this, when you're playing full out, you're going to make mistakes. But those mistakes are going to be insignificant in comparison to your body of work, and especially if you played it with passion. For those of you who are trying to be anti-racist, for those of you who are looking to heal your transphobia, for those of you who are looking to heal your sexism, you're going to need to throw yourself full face first into your work. And you're going to need to accept that you're going to be wrong sometimes. You're going to make mistakes sometimes. You're going to be fucked up in the game sometimes. What matters is that you are able to learn from these experiences and that you threw yourself fully into the complete experience. You're going to have some wrong notes. You're going to make some wrong decisions. What matters the most is how dedicated you are to the path. Second message, listen. Destiny is knocking at your door. We make our own destiny. Repeat after me. I am my own master. I create my own destiny. I am my own master. I create my own destiny. I am my own master. I create my own destiny. When you operate from this mindset, then you will understand that opportunity is always knocking at your door. Destiny is always knocking at your door. When you are the creator of your own destiny, of your own path and purpose, well then, you are always at the perfect position to create your best life. Conduct a symphony in silence. Sometimes you have to build the greatest projects right up under people's nose. Sometimes you have to build your grandest thing silently. Let's think about the biblical example of Noah and the ark. Now, in the beginning of Noah building the ark, he went to all the people, all the villages. He said, hey, a lot of rains are coming. I'm building an ark. Do you want to get down on this? He was very vocal. 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 And then there came a time when he had to stop talking and he had to start doing. And when that happened, he just became silent and then built his ark. He built it even though people were coming to him and being like, you're so stupid and dumb. He built it when everybody was like, what are you talking about, a great flood? He built it when no one believed that he had gotten his download from spirits. And he built it in silence. He was vocal at first. He let people know what was up. He gave them the resources, how to contact him, how to contribute. And then he let them make their decisions. And he acted accordingly. There are going to be times in life when you need to move in silence. There's going to be times in life where you tell everybody what you got going on, where you let them know what the deal is, and then you stop talking. You stop telling people about your trajectory, your goals, your wants, your needs, your desires, and you just focus on doing. And then when the flood comes, we'll all know who listened and who didn't. Let's move on to the goddess oracle. Excuse me, I keep messing up my decks. Let's move on to the message from the animal guides deck, the last deck of the reading. We're going to begin with the kiwi. Do a walking meditation each day of the week of the next week. This is literally a reminder that spirituality is a practice. Your spirituality is a practice. It's not something that you do Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's not something you do Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. It's not something you do when you think about it. It's a practice, and you practice it every day. The Kiwi reminds us of the importance of daily prayer, daily meditation, daily connection, daily communion with our spirits. Make the time. Make the time. There are going to be days when you have 5 minutes to give to your spirituality. There's going to be days when you have 10 minutes to give to your spirituality. There's going to be days when you have 5 hours to give to your spirituality. There's going to be days when you have 10 hours to give to your spirituality. No matter how much time you give something every day. Because let me remind you that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your spiritual team is working for your highest good. So you can take 5 minutes a day to meditate. You can take 10 minutes a day to pray. You can take a few minutes a day to worship, to attend to your altars, to attend to your offerings, to attend to your spiritual self. The Kiwi reminds us that for this next week and for the next autumn season, make your spiritual practice an everyday thing. Your spirit guides are always pouring into you. Your ancestors are consistently working for your highest good. Your God goddess, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, is cheering you on. The least you can do is offer up time to worship them, to make offerings to them, to love on them, and to be loved by them. Last card of the reading. The Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. Thank you so much to everyone so far who has shown their financial appreciation. I appreciate the $10 gifts, the $5 gifts. One of you earlier today sent me $1.11. And in the tagline you said, I don't have a lot, but your videos help me. This is what I have. And that moved the fuck out of me. I am not trying to scam y'all. I am simply reiterating reciprocity. I am valuable in what I do, and I want you guys to value that too. I'm a Black American femme, and I'm gonna be emotional. So don't mind the tears. The history in this country, the history is this country, I am continuously stolen from. My ancestors are stolen from. I have in my life continuously been stolen from and exploited my labor. So when I ask you guys for reciprocity, it is an acknowledgement of the fact that I'm valuable and I don't deserve to be stolen from. My ancestors didn't deserve to be taken from. We didn't deserve to be exploited. I will happily do my job on this planet. And part of my job is doing these things, giving readings and showing up the way Spirit asked me to show up. And part of what Spirit asked me to do is to demand my reciprocity from my peers. Spirit always gives me my due. But my work is not about spirit. It's actually about humans. And Spirit is the one that tells me all the time that I need to demand reciprocity from my peers. So this is why I do this. And I appreciate all of you who give. There are some of you who cannot offer financial reciprocity. And that's okay. Share my work. Share it with anyone you think who needs it. Bring people to this page. Uplift and support me. Those are very valid forms, exchanges, and expressions of financial appreciation. Thank you. Thank you to every single person who has donated. Thank you to every single person who will donate. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's the last card of the reading. The Humpback Whale. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. Nobody is okay right now. And we're going to not be okay into the fall and winter season. We're not out of the pandemic. The governments are pushing propaganda to make it seem like we're okay and we're back. We're not back. None of us are back. And nobody's okay right now. Western societies, any society influenced by Westernism, capitalism, is absolutely in shambles right now. The earth itself is rioting. We have lost millions of people across the globe due to this pandemic, and we will lose millions more in the next few years due to this pandemic. We've overtaxed the planet, and the people in power don't care about the littlest of us all. We're all affected by the ending of systems and the dying of societies, and nobody is okay. One of the things that we can do, one of the things that is always there for us, is our art and our expression. Therapy is good, but therapy is only good when you have a therapist that culturally connects with you. Let me tell you what we all have access to that's healing. Music. Community. Food. Music. Sing with your heart. Create with your heart. Dance a prayer out. You know, I'm going to get emotional again. Good God. I haven't gone out often, but a friend of mine invited me to a party, a dance party, in the 5 Points in the hood, and I went this weekend. And we were outside, and the DJ was black and wonderful and beautiful, and I just danced. I remember I got on the floor and I was dancing. And I had to be about 45 minutes into my dance, and then he just played that shit. He played that shit, and the ancestors were like, baby, take off your shoes and dance a prayer to us. And I did. I cried. I cried with my feet. I cried with my eyes. I let it go on that dance floor. And I talked to my ancestors. And I connected with the spirits of the land. And they healed me. And they talked to me. And they let me know that I was going to be okay. And it was the music. It was the Afro beats. It was the tribal music mixed with the techno. It was my ancestors speaking to me. Music has always been such a healing space for me. Whether I sing it, whether I dance to it, whether I make it, music was one of our first forms of worship. It was one of our first forms of connecting with each other, with community, with the animals, and with ourselves, with the frequency of the planet. When I say music and art saves lives, I mean it. There was no therapy. Slavery was amended 150 years ago in America, and there was no therapy for us. There was no healing for us, but we made our healing in the music. We created music and we made our healing. We literally created jazz, blues, rock and roll, ska, bluegrass. We created these different forms of music in order to stay here. This is ancient. Using music to express, using music to stay here, using music to worship, using music to anchor ourselves, using music has always been an intimate form of therapy that we as indigenous people across the globe have always had access to. It's an important message. We are not done with the pandemic, and we are not done with the death ahead. You are going to need to use every resource available to you to heal. Nobody is okay. Nobody is okay. This includes you and this includes me. You're going to need to employ everything in your arsenal to be okay right now. You're going to need to lean on community. You're going to need to admit that you're not okay. You're going to need to focus your day-to-day efforts on wellness. You're going to need to use your art. You're going to need to use your privilege, your therapy, everything that you have privilege and access to use in order to heal. Use it in order to heal. For all of us, music is essential to our well-beings. So use it. Lean into it. Utilize it. And let this ground us in order to be rooted in a most healing and beautiful future. All right, you beautiful people. That is your Libra season autumn equinox reading. I hope you have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed giving it to you. Thank you so much for dealing with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you caught this reading at the beginning, you were right on time. If you caught this reading in the middle, you were right on time. If you came into this reading at the end, you were right on time. If you are seeing this reading as it was recorded already and posted, you are right on time. No matter when you encountered this reading, you were right on time, and it was for you. There is a message in here for you. And please know, anytime I give messages to you, it is for me as well. I'm not better than anybody. We are in the same space. This just happens to be my divinely appointed job. With that being said, it's Libra season. It's autumn equinox. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let everything that needs to go away from us die. Let it die. Let it die. There are so many things that you just need to let go of. Let them go. Let them go. Let it go. And there are so many things we need to welcome in. So welcome those things in. Welcome those things in. Welcome those things in. I want to remind you that for the next few months, I am doing readings at Herbs and Arts. If you are in Denver, Colorado, I read at Herbs and Arts from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. every Thursday for now, as long as I'm in Colorado, because you know I'm leaving soon. For the rest of you, I do one-on-one readings. You can email me at LadySpeech@gmail.com, and that's how you can book me for a reading. My readings, as of right now, are $75 for 50 minutes. All right, all right. Once again, my Cash App is LadySpeech. My Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. Feel free to show your financial appreciation for this labor, for this reading, for the content that I produce. And I want you to know that I am giving myself a challenge. And the challenge is to post every day on this here channel all of Libra season. So let's see if I can meet that challenge. I think I can. Do you guys think I can? Would you guys like to see this challenge play out? Well, tune in. Tune in. And on that note, just in case no one has told you today, thank you. Thank you for surviving. So many things have come to end you. So many things have come to fuck you up. So many things have come to derail you from your divine purpose and path. And yet, those things did not succeed. They might have gotten the best of you for a few minutes, a few years, a few moments. But here you are, thriving and surviving. Thank you for that. And on that note, I'm going to see you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow, as it turns out. Have yourself a good Libra season, baby. Have yourself a good spring, autumn, baby. May we manifest our biggest dreams. May we meet some big goals. And may we all welcome in love into our life. Spiritual love, friendship love, love from the earth and the animal kingdom itself, love from ourselves, and love from our communities, and love from our lovers and partners. And on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. I love you, and I'll see you all soon. Mwah! Peace.